Think about the world's most powerful computer. It can calculate trillions of data points and execute complex logic perfectly. It is virtually unhackable and operates with absolute mathematical certainty. Now imagine that this computer is kept in a lead-lined room with no windows, no internet connection, no USB ports, and no physical access to the outside world. As powerful as it is, it's functionally useless to anyone not inside that room. It has no way to know what is happening in reality at any moment. It doesn't know the price of gold or if a cargo ship arrived at a port. It doesn't even know the outcome of a high-stakes global election. In the current landscape, this is known as the Oracle problem. Decentralized Ledger Technology, or DLT, is that isolated computer. It is incredibly secure, but it is blind to external data. For DLT to run our global financial system, it needs a secure way to see. Chainlink is the bridge that solves this foundational issue for the modern era. It acts as the universal adapter connecting the world's data to the world's ledgers. Quick heads up. This is for education, not financial advice. Crypto is high risk. Also, some links in the description are affiliates that help support the channel at no extra cost to you. Always do your own research. Chainlink didn't appear overnight as a response to a market pump. It began in 2014 as smartcontract.com, focused on utility from day one. The venture focused on making smart contracts actually smart and functional. It achieved this by giving them reliable access to external, off-chain data. The project was founded by Sergey Nazarov and Steve Ellis. Nazarov is often viewed as a true pioneer in the decentralized space. He worked on these systems long before they were a mainstream topic. His background in philosophy from NYU gives him a unique perspective on truth. He focuses on how we can mathematically prove a piece of data is true. This removes the need to trust a centralized middleman or a corporate promise. Steve Ellis brought a background in software engineering and secure asset exchange. Together, they co-authored the 2017 white paper with Cornell professor Ari Jules. Unlike many modern projects, the Chainlink team is fully doxed and transparent. It consists of hundreds of world-class researchers and professional cryptographers. They have consistently focused on building boring but essential infrastructure. Because of this approach, Nazarov has joined advisory committees for major regulators. His appointment to the CFTC Innovation Advisory Committee is a key milestone. This signals that the adults in the room are building this specific bridge. They are not chasing memes. They are building the plumbing of global finance. This credibility is why the world's largest institutions now trust their code. At its core, Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network, or a network of networks. It uses decentralized Oracle networks, known as DONs, to secure data. These DONs take off-chain data, validate it, and deliver it onto a ledger. This prevents a single point of failure that a regular database would have. The network has expanded into the Chainlink Runtime Environment, or the CRE. The CRE is like an operating system for the next generation of financial apps. It allows for complex off-chain computation that remains fully verifiable on-chain. Essentially, it lets banks run heavy data processing without slowing down the ledger. Now, let's talk about the fuel for this machine: the Link token. Link is the native utility and incentive token for the entire ecosystem. It has a strictly hard-capped total supply of 1 billion tokens. Circulating supply currently sits at approximately 727 million Link. The tokenomics are designed around a clear and simple circular economy. Users pay in Link to access Oracle services like price feeds or CCIP. Node operators and community members must stake Link to participate. Staking creates economic skin in the game to ensure honesty and uptime. If a node provides bad data, their staked Link can be lost or slashed. This aligns the interests of the holders with the security of the network. Recent structural changes, like the listing of the Bitwise Chainlink ETF, have changed things. Link is now accessible to traditional 401k, pension funds, and IRA accounts for the first time. If you want to know if a technology is legitimate, don't look at social media. Look at who is plugging it into their multi-trillion-dollar server stacks. Chainlink's adoption list reads like a who's who of global finance and tech. The most significant player in this space remains the SWIFT network. SWIFT handles over $150 trillion in transaction value every single year. SWIFT isn't just looking at Chainlink. They have executed live production workflows. They utilize Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, known as CCIP. This allows 11,000-plus banks to send value to any public or private DLT. They can do this without replacing their multi-billion-dollar legacy systems. Think of it like a universal translator for the global financial world. Then there is the DTCC and Euroclear, the settlement giants of the world. These entities settle the vast majority of all global securities and bonds. They use Chainlink and AI to solve the corporate actions problem. This ensures data about dividends and stock splits is pushed onto ledgers instantly. Without this, a tokenized stock is just a static image with no real utility. In the modern era, Chainlink has expanded directly into the AWS marketplace. This allows developers to bridge Amazon's cloud services to DLT in one click. Google and NVIDIA have also integrated Chainlink to secure AI data pipelines. This prevents AI data fraud by ensuring the data fed into models is tamper-proof. Currently, the network secures a total value secured, or TVS, of over $66 billion. It has enabled nearly $30 trillion in cumulative transaction value to date. To understand how this works mechanically, imagine an automated railway signal. A standard signal is a closed loop. It knows if a train is on the track. However, it has no idea what is happening in the sky or on the bridge ahead. It is blind to external risks like high winds, icing, or structural shifts. Chainlink is the digital inspector network for that signal. Instead of the signal trusting one single sensor, which could be faulty or iced over, Chainlink pings a crowd of 100 independent observers across the region. These observers check different weather stations, satellite feeds, and local sensors. They are economically incentivized to be honest. If they lie, they lose their staked capital. The system filters out the noise, averages the honest reports, and identifies the truth. If 97 report a gale and 3 report calm, the system ignores the faulty 3. The verified truth is then delivered back to the track and the signal. This ensures the trains slow down only when they absolutely need to for safety. It turns a blind piece of infrastructure into a smart system that reacts to reality. It provides cryptographic truth instead of just taking one sensor's word for it. Chainlink is the invisible layer making digital finance possible for everyday people. If you've used a DeFi app to earn interest, you used Chainlink already. Data feeds ensure the price you see in your wallet is accurate and fair. This prevents you from being liquidated by a temporary price glitch on one exchange. In the near future, this utility expands to real-world assets, or RWAs. Imagine owning a fraction of a building or a gold bar in a remote vault. Chainlink provides proof of reserve to verify these assets actually exist. It's like a digital telescope looking into the vault for you 24/7. When you can verify collateral without a middleman, you exercise true sovereignty. Chainlink data streams now allow for sub-second updates for professional trading. This bridges the speed gap between traditional markets and decentralized ones. No project is without risk, and we must look at the structural hurdles. First, there is the centralization of systemic dependence on one network. Chainlink is so successful it secures nearly the entire DeFi ecosystem. If a fundamental flaw ever appeared, the blast radius would be massive. It has become the too-big-to-fail infrastructure of the DLT world. Second, Competition is heating up with protocols like Pyth and API 3. Third, tokenomics are tied directly to active and sustained network usage. Fourth, privacy is a major hurdle for banks adopting public ledgers. Chainlink is addressing this with DECO and private-to-public CCIP. These tools allow banks to prove eligibility without revealing sensitive private data. Finally, regulation remains a moving target for all Oracle providers globally. Whether it stays dominant depends on its ability to innovate at machine speed. Thanks for watching Crypto Pulse 360. Stay pulsed.